Hello everyone, hope you're doing great. So as you might have noticed lately that I've been sharing some data science and machine learning posts, and those posts are highly theoretical. So today I wanted to change things a bit, and I wanted to give you a brief intro or a gist in how we can do machine learning. We can train model, we can check our model in our own laptop. So we will be using Jupyter notebooks and leveraging Python. So let's get started. So what do we have here? We have a Jupyter notebook which is properly structured to solve a problem. It has all the necessary comments and all the necessary markdown cells in order to guide you of what we are doing and what will be the flow of our machine learning exercise today. So imagine you are a milk aggregator, just like Amul or some other milk cooperative, and you are getting milk from a lot of suppliers, but you don't have enough manual labor in order to see like what milk is of what quality, what grade. So you leverage automation and you leverage machine learning models for it. So the data set which we have today is of milk quality data, and it is a CSV. It consists of, as you can see, pH, temperature, taste, odor, fat, acidity, color, and grade. So based on this, we are going to train our model. We are going to split our data set into 30-70. We are going to train our model with that 70% of the data, and 30% of the data will be used to test our model. So let's get started. So usually the best practice is that we import all the necessary libraries in the starting code block. But for the sake of this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to import the libraries as in when they are required. So I'm going to first step is always data ingestion. That is, we are going to bring data into our Jupyter notebook. So what we are going to leverage is pandas. So I'll import pandas as pd. This is an alias name. I'll control enter, I'll run it. So it has run, it has properly imported this. I'm going to leverage read CSV, and I'm going to place that into a data frame. So now I want to know what are the couple of rows and columns. So the steps which are written here are usual steps which we have to go through in order to, when we are doing exploratory data analysis. And these are the steps. For example, we need to know what number of rows and columns we are dealing with, whether they are there is any null value or any value in it, and what is the distribution. Is there a categorical variable? Do we need to do we need to map it to some numbers, or do we need dummy variables for that? So more of that will come along. So as of now, I'll check the shape. I'll just control enter. So this is the output. What we are getting is it has 1059 rows and 8 columns. I'm going to check the data set also, like how my data set looks like. So this is the data set as mentioned in the above markdown cell. pH, temperature, everything it contains. So this is how it looks like. So these are the top 5 rows of the data set. So pH, temperature, taste, and order, color. So a particular code for that color is given. Integrity is there or no. These are yes and no answers. Taste is proper or no. Order is there or no. Fat as that. So moving ahead, now we are going to check for the missing values. Page column, no one is having any column. I'm going to check for null as well. No column has a null value. So we are pretty much okay in this. So now if you see here, we have grade. Grade is high, high, low, low, medium. So our machines do not understand text, so we have to somehow encode them into encode them into numbers. So since it is a categorical data, there are two types of categorical data, that is ordinal and nominal. Ordinal has some sort of an order to it, and nominal is some sort of the data which has no order to it. For example, nominal is city, just like any Delhi, Mumbai, Ahmedabad, Jamnagar. So these cities. And ordinal data will be just like you're seeing on your screen, that is low, medium, high. So it has some order to it. Now we are going to do is that encode this or map this with the 0, 1 and 2, that is low, medium, and high. We are going to map. See, it has properly encoded this grade column, and now we are good to go. So now what we are going to do is we are going to firstly see how our distribution varies. So we are going to check how our pH is varying. And so I am leveraging all these commands from pandas library, which are very much necessary for you to learn in order to learn at least data analysis or a minimal exploratory data analysis. So I'm going to, it has beautifully given me a plot, a histogram. And if you see here, almost from 1000 some samples we had, almost 700 samples have pH between 6 to 7. And if you know, our healthy milk sample has a pH from 6.4 to 6.8. So this pretty much makes sense. Moving ahead, now since we have seen the distribution and we have done all the exploratory data analysis, as this primary data exploratory data analysis, we are going to move with training our model. So what do we need for training a model or to do machine learning is a sklearn library. Moving on, I'll import first train and test function from sklearn module. So we need to tell Jupyter Notebook, we need to tell that what are our input parameters or features and what is our target features. So input, as you know, this pH, temperature, taste, odor, fat, acidity, color, these are our inputs, and we need to measure what is our grade. So this is our output. So what we are going to do is we are going to tell that x is equals to data frame, whatever data frame we have. Just drop one thing. Just drop this column, which is known as grade, and I'm going to tell it that axis is equals to 1. So it should look into the columns axis towards right. It should not look in the rows. So this way I'm going to tell, and I'm going to tell y, which is my target variable. That is nothing but just my grade column. And now I'm going to split my data. And now comes the part where we need a model for training. So to for the first part, since it is a categorical data, I'm going to, since it is a classification exercise, I'm going to import logistic regression model. It is this, and now I'm going to initialize it. So now our model is ready. This is our model. Now we are going to train this model. So model dot fit is the command for that, and I'm going to give my x train, and I'm going to give my y train, and I'm going to get my y predicted value. What will be the input for my prediction? That will be my x test, right? So I'm going to give x test, and I'm just going to run. So we can ignore this, and we can go ahead and see the score of this model. That is the accuracy. So here we are getting 0.691132. So this is nothing but accuracy, which tells how good our model is performing. So this model has some approach of how it trains itself using a logic function. Logistic regression trains itself. We are going to try some other model, and we will see whether training some model with the approach of, for example, decision tree is going to help us or not. So I'm going to now initialize my model. Model 2 is equals to decision tree classifier, and let's train my data. And I'm going to model 2 dot. What I'm going to do is I'm going to check the score against my x test, y test, and let's see how it performs. It has performed excellently. So if you see a score of 0.99, that means it has 99.3% accuracy. One thing I also want to show you that in the last post I told you that the accuracy, though it might be a very popular number, is not the only thing which is used to understand what our model is. So what I'm going to show is how you can get accuracy, precision, recall, and F1 score with the one single command. And I'm going to print my report. See here you get precision, recall, F1 score, everything. F1 score is nothing but the harmonic mean of precision and recall. Against for these two, we have precision 1, 99, and 99. Recall is this, and accuracy number for whole model is 0.99, as we have seen above. So like this, you can do some basic machine learning with the help of Jupyter Notebook and leveraging Python. What we have done is we have ingested the input data with the CSV. You can ingest from anywhere using a proper command, and just define your input and output and do machine learning using beautiful libraries such as sklearn. So that was it. I hope you liked it, and if you have further comments or you need more clarification, you can comment or you can DM me. Thank you.